good. We're live.
Hello and welcome to another York Dukes Varsity Baseball stream here in Elmhurst, Illinois. We've got a pretty warm day, 83 degrees with a slight breeze. A little bit humid after about 45 minutes of rain. So the field is looking pretty wet. It should be a pretty clean fielding day for these Glenbard, West, Hilltopper, and York Dukes infielders. I'm Choi. With me is Brennen, Blanchett. It's the final game of this West Suburban Series. The Dukes have already won the series. They won the first two games, but they've been highly competitive. Game one in Glen Ellen was a 9-7 victory where the Dukes lost the lead and regained it in the late innings. Yesterday was a 2-1 win where the Dukes walked it off in the bottom of the seventh. And the story yesterday was some great pitching. Henry Johnson of Glenbard West went 6 1/3 innings. He struck out 12, walked 2, gave up 2 runs. He did take the loss. Noah Hughes was the winning pitcher, pitched 7 innings, striking out 11, walking nobody, and allowing just 1 run. Josh Fleming was responsible for the walk-off, and he's playing today once again. Starting lineups in just a moment. But Brennan, if you look at yesterday, 1 run on 3 hits for Glenbard West with 1 error, and then 2 runs and 3 hits for York and no errors. And that's kind of been the biggest thing, from what we've seen. No errors for the Dukes. That's how they're able to come out on top in these tight games. And with the field being in more favorable conditions, you got to assume that today will definitely be a low error day for the Dukes.
Yeah, definitely love to see good, clean fielding from the Dukes. That's what's gonna separate them from other teams. How can you capitalize on other teams' errors, and how can you not make errors yourself? But yesterday, a little concern was the bats were not hot and rolling. So today, definitely got to get off to a better start. Definitely, yesterday we're a little bit slow to get the bats going. Only 3 hits the whole game. So if they're gonna want to win this game and sneak out another win, they got to get more than 3 hits.
Yeah, absolutely, Brennan. I mean, just looking at yesterday, they got the first 2 base runners on in the bottom of the second, then struck out twice, and then flew out. So first 2 men reached, and then 3 straight retired to end the inning with no damage. But then, like you mentioned, no clean fielding is the key of the game, and that's true because to start the 7th inning, we had a strikeout, and then Ryan Lazowski reaching on an error. So, I mean, that ended up being the winning run.
Yeah, got to capitalize on errors.
100%. Starting lineups coming right now. Batting first for Glenbard West. Once again, Joey Campanella. He's out in center field. Braden Grosick playing second base. He's batting second. Eric Lowry playing first base, batting third. Christian Shinohara moves down 1 spot to the cleanup, and he's playing right field. Max Hetlett, the DH today. Nico Rodi, the shortstop, batting 6th. Jasper Reeves, the catcher, and he's batting 7th. Drew Grisanders batting 8th, playing left field, and Brian Klahesi batting last and playing third base. On the mound for the Hilltoppers is going to be Nick Pleasant. As for your starting lineup for the Dukes, you have Noah Hughes leading things off. He heads over to first base after getting the start yesterday. Drew Gami in right field. He's batting second. Owen Shale behind the plate once again, batting third. Marco Giorno playing left field and batting cleanup. Nico Ruggieri back in the lineup after a day off. He's batting fifth and playing second base. Paul Reedy batting sixth and playing third. Chris Danko, the starting pitcher, he's also back in the lineup after a day off. He's batting seventh. Josh Fleming batting eighth, and Austin Jeva batting ninth in center field. Those are your starting lineups. We'll be back with the first pitch coming up shortly. You are watching York Dukes Varsity Baseball here on York Sports Network.
Leading off the
Top of the first inning
Glenbard
here
West,
in Elmhurst. On the mound
center
for the
fielder,
Dukes is Chris
number
Danko.
3, Joey
Danko,
Campanella.
fastball, changeup, slider, curveball can get up to the mid-80s. Between the mid-80s and can even touch around 87, 88 miles an hour if he really pulls back with one. Leading things off for the Hilltoppers is Joey Campanella. Campanella 1 for 2 yesterday, reached base twice. The second hit of the game. Not a lot of offense for either teams, and the Dukes look to Danko to help complete the sweep. First pitch on its way. It's a slider that Campanella fouls straight back, so the count moves to 0-1. Getting ahead early would be the key for Danko. We saw Hughes get ahead early in a lot of the counts to start the game. That really allowed him to go all 7 innings. Pitch count was just not that high. Danko's going to miss up and away with a fastball. So 1-1 the count. He comes set. Misses upstairs again. So the count now goes to 2-1. Danko really at his best when he gets ahead early, but when he falls behind, we see these extended at-bats that just skyrocket the pitch count. Now he's going to miss low, so the count goes to 3-1. Walks have been an issue for Danko in the past. You definitely don't want to give up a lot of free passes. Campanella skies the 3-1. This one to the left side. Reedy underneath, and he can't make the catch. It pops out of the glove. Absolute gift for Joey Campanella, who was well under Danko's 3-1 fastball. And now the Hilltoppers have the leadoff man aboard.
And Choi, like we talked about pregame, errors. The Dukes can't have errors, especially ones like that. I mean, like, and if you're the Glenbard West, you got to capitalize on those errors. Like, that's a free man at first base to lead off the inning.
100%. Danko comes set, and this one is laced into left field. Giorno going back, but he makes the catch. That was a rocket off the bat of Braden Grosick on the first pitch. Nonetheless, it's out number 1 as he lines to Giorno.
Number 14, Eric Lowry.
Now Eric Lowry steps in for the first time today. He did not play yesterday. So someone that there is little information on for Danko. He comes set, the first offering on the way. It's a fastball outside, so 1-0 the count. Danko goes back to first. Quick tag from Hughes, but Campanella didn't even have to dive back. He was barely off the base. A ball and no strikes. Lowry with a big swing and a miss at a changeup from Danko.
If you're Danko, you definitely want to focus on getting these next 2 batters out. Don't worry about the error that happened in the first play of the game. Just try to focus on rebounding from that.
Danko comes set. The 1-1 offering on the way. Runner goes. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Chael's throw down is not close. Fleming had to cut across and make the grab. So Campanella picks up the steal. Lowry now down 1-2. 1-2 on his way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Danko picks up out number 2 and a big one as now there's 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Christian Shinohara with a man in scoring position. Shinohara 0 for 3 yesterday. Hughes had his number all day. Now he looks to break out of this mini slump and drive in a run in the first inning. Danko comes set. Big swing and a miss at a nice slider from Danko. Danko comes set. The 0-1 on its way. Just going to miss a bit low, so now the count evens out. Ball and a strike. Saw a wide strike zone yesterday when Hughes went at it against Henry Johnson. Today it seems like a bit of a tighter zone. Danko comes set. Shinohara swings through another slider. This time, instead of middle down, it ended up on the outside part of the plate, and that's exactly where you want it. It's like a changeup right over the middle, and it's just got that late break that breaks on the outside part of the plate. Called strike 3, a beauty. It rings up Shinohara, Danko catches him looking, blows a fastball right by him, paints the corner. Glenbard West gets the leadoff man on and in scoring position, but they can't capitalize as Danko retires the next 3 batters. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. We welcome you back. 0-0 game after the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first where Noah Hughes will lead things off for the Dukes. On the mound for the Glenbard West Hilltoppers is Nick Pleasant. Pleasant, a 6'2" right-handed pitcher. Actually plays on the DTA Wildcats, the travel baseball organization with Austin Jeva and Luke Pazinski. Very small world. Pleasant gets the nod today. His first pitch on the way. Hughes fouls it off the end of the bat, so 0-1 the count to start. Hughes moved from 2 spot to the 1 spot, and it's been a bit of a slow start since moving to leadoff as he fouls the next one back, so now he's down 0-2. He's still making contact, but just not consistent, solid contact like we started to start this season. Still leads the team in batting average by a relatively large margin. Hughes choked up. Pleasant comes set. Drops in a curveball, but finishes a bit too high. So now the count moves to 1-2. Pleasant comes set. Deals. Hughes going to foul an elevated fastball away. So he's staying alive. One thing he does so well. So when he falls behind early, he's able to hang in there and kind of fight till he gets his pitch. Pleasant comes set. The 1-2 once again is a curveball that Hughes is able to spoil off to the right side.
For Hughes, this is definitely just a positive at-bat here, especially if he's struggling a little bit lately. This is like the good at-bats that you like to see, fouling balls off and away to the other side.
The 1-2 on its way. Hughes hits this one well, center field. Campanella there. He's ranging back, and he makes the catch over the shoulder for out number 1. Hughes is retired, and that will bring up Drew Gami.
Number 17.
That's a solid at-bat for Hughes. You know, just fouling off a lot of balls, making contact, finally just hitting a laser to center field, and that's just an unfortunate that it went right at the guy.
Gami digs in. Pleasant's first offering low and away. Gami hitless with 2 strikeouts in yesterday's affair. Looks to bounce back. Takes a called strike on the outside edge of the plate. Seems like Danko and Johnson both have good command of these outside edges. The same thing we saw with Hughes and Johnson. Gami's going to swing through a curveball. So now the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gami's second on the team in batting average. As Pleasant comes set. Tries to get Gami to chase, but he can't. So the count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pleasant comes set. Deals. Fastball that Gami's going to sky. This one's into shallow right center. And the catch will be made by the second baseman, Grosek. So now the goes
Batting next for
2
the Dukes,
away, and
the
Owen
catcher,
Shale
number 3,
will dig in for his
Owen
first time.
Shale.
And Connor, rain looking like it's starting to pick up a little bit. Do you think this is going to end up being a factor?
I mean, potentially. The field doesn't really handle rain extremely well, as we've already had a game canceled due to rain when the Dukes squared off against LT, and it already rained earlier. 2 marginal strike calls, and now Shale finds himself in the hole, 0-2. Shale went 0 for 3 yesterday. Pleasant comes set. Curveball that Shale is able to foul away. Rain was supposed to be off for a while, but the weather's constantly changing. But it was supposed to rain hard when it did, and now it's supposed to stop. But like you mentioned, it is picking up. Shale takes it upstairs, so now they count 1-2.
Definitely not as much a factor for the fielders, but for the pitcher, foul balls get wet, and that's...
Shale chops this one, fielded cleanly by the shortstop. Rody's throw is not in time. He throws it away, and now Shale will head to second base. There will be no throw, and he's in standing up. So with 2 outs, the Dukes have a man in scoring position.
And now this is a great opportunity for the Dukes to score a run here.
Marco Giorno.
Now Marco Giorno. Nick Fisher will come out and become the courtesy runner, as Shale will head to the dugout to get the catching gear on. Giorno laced a single to right field yesterday. It's definitely in the back of Pleasant's mind, as well as these outfielders who have shifted over to the right side. Pleasant comes set, first offering inside to Giorno. Now the count moves to 1-0. Fisher with a big lead off second. No one really holding him on. Pleasant looks back. Rody creeps in, but there's a fastball that's way upstairs. So now the count moves to 2-0. Dukes were chasing a 1-0 lead for a while, and then it was deadlocked at 1-1 even longer yesterday. So jumping on the board early is definitely something they look to do. They struggled yesterday with runners in scoring position, but now they have an opportunity here. The 2-0 inside, so now the count moves to 3 balls and no strikes. Wonder if this is a take sign or not. It is, as Pleasant fires strike 1 right down the middle. So now the count moves to 3-1. Pleasant coming set. The 3-1 offering to Giorno is another generous call. That one looked low and away, but now the count is full, so full count, 2 outs. Definitely a strong possibility of Fisher taking off. He's got a giant lead. Fisher does go. The 3-2, Giorno's going to foul it off. Good curveball that came in on the hands, but Giorno gets a piece of it.
Connor, I'm definitely trying to read dirt ball if I'm Fisher on second base right now. Anything low, trying to get a chance for first and third with a walk and a stolen base.
Saw him take off last time. Still no one really holding him on. He's got another massive lead. They go back, and he dives back safely. And take those big leads. He's just so shifty, and that's why he's the big courtesy runner for the Dukes. Fisher, another big lead. Does not go. Giorno fouls it back.
No, that is not good as a pitcher to get your ball all wet that you have to throw. And, yeah, they're going to change that ball out.
Ruggieri caught it on deck after Giorno hit it off the netting and bounced it in. And Pleasant couldn't scoop it out from the turf mound. So the 3-2 all over again. Pleasant comes set. Giorno chops a slider. Should be playable. Fielded cleanly. A really slow roller, but the throw is in time. The play is made by Grosick at second. So Dukes leave one on base off the error by the shortstop. We head to the top of the second inning here. Hatlett, Rhodey, and Reeves due up for the Hilltoppers. We are back for the top of the second inning. Leading off is Max Hatlett, the designated hitter for the Hilltoppers.
Max Hatlett.
Danko back on for his second inning of work. We'll see how long he goes into the game. Before the game, Brennen, he told me his thumb has been bothering him. He injured it during football season, got surgery on it, but he doesn't think it healed properly, and that's why it's been giving him issues come the spring for baseball season. So we'll see how that factors, how deep he can really go into this game. The first offering to Hatlett was low and away. So 1-0 the count. Danko comes set, deals, just misses a touch outside. So now a 2-0 count to Hatlett.
Danko looks like he's rushing his pitches a little bit. I just want to, if I'm him, I want to slow down and focus on the throwing strikes here as
he gets Hatlett to chop one right to Reedy. Reedy's throw is on the dot, and that will retire Hatlett. So a good pitch from Danko, able to get Hatlett to roll over on a 2-0 count. Now Nico Rudy, the shortstop, digs in for his first time today.
And that's always great for pitchers to get batters to roll over, especially the first out of the inning. I know that's one of my main goals when I'm pitching. Try to get the first batter to roll over.
Rudy takes strike one, so struck out twice yesterday with a foul out. And Chael's going to overthrow Danko. So we'll delay it even longer. The rain still coming in relatively hard. We'll see how much more the field can take.
So far, the field looks like it's in pretty good condition.
Yeah, it's holding up nicely.
All the potholes in the outfield, those are...
Rudy smacks this one right field. This one's sending Gami back. Gami back turns his over the wall, and that's gone. Nico Rudy sends one opposite field. One was well hit. He just took it where Danko left it. Just slightly elevated pitch, and he sends it over the fence. Gami gave chase, and it just kept carrying. And the Hilltoppers take an early 1-0 lead.
And that was some great opposite field power from there. That ball kept carrying. I saw the right fielder going back, and he just didn't have a chance.
First offering to Jasper Reeves is a ball. Reeves behind the plate today. Did not play yesterday as Max Hatlett was the catcher. Danko coming set. The 1-0 swung on and missed by Reeves as the count evens out. Danko went to an elevated fastball there. Danko comes set, deals great curveball, makes it a 1-2 count. Danko comes set. The 1-2 is a slider that's way outside. So now the count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Danko coming set. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So nice bounce back at bat for Chris Danko. He retires Reeves on strikes, and now Drew Goosanders. He'll dig in for the first time today. He did not play yesterday for the Hilltoppers as well. Danko comes set, deals. Beautiful strike.
If you're Danko trying to come back from that home run, you just want to focus on throwing strikes in the strike zone, keeping everything low after that home run. He kind of left up.
The 0-1 quickly turns into an 0-2 as Danko floats a beautiful changeup that just clips the outside edge of the zone. He's had great command of his off-speed stuff. Danko comes set, just misses with the fastball. That looked about the exact same spot as the changeup. But now the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. 2 away. Goosanders still behind. Danko comes set, fires, curveball, called strike 3. That could be a generous call that they gave Danko, potentially
Definitely.
what some might consider a makeup call. Nonetheless, Danko picks up strikeout number 4, but Glenbard West strikes first. Nico Rudy sends one over the fence to deep right field. Bottom of the second coming up soon. Ruggieri, Reedy, Danko due up. Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 game. Glenbard West leading over the York Dukes. Nico Ruggieri leading it off. Nick Pleasant back on the mound. Starts Ruggieri off with a slider. It's the outside edge of the zone. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 on its way. It's a curveball that misses upstairs. So a ball and a strike. Pleasant comes set. Ruggieri hits this one well. Right center field. This one's going back. It's got some carry, and this is a wonderful catch made by Joey Campanella, robbing Nico Ruggieri of extra bases. He extends, makes the over-the-shoulder catch, and that is a long first out for the Dukes.
Batting next for the Dukes.
And if I'm Ruggieri, I'm not mad from that hit. I mean, that ball was smoked to center field. Center fielder was just set up a little bit deeper and just in the area. It's just a unfortunate out.
Paul Reedy now the batter, and he's going to roll over and foul the first offering off. So 0-1 the count. I mean, Campanella was a workhorse in yesterday's game, Brennan. He made every play, but he did not have a play as tough as that. He's already got 2 plays that exceeded anything he had yesterday. Reedy going to swing through a dangerous pitch that was an elevated changeup. You definitely don't want to throw that again if you're Pleasant, because someone who's ready can definitely catch up. Swung on and missed. Reedy's down on strikes. Good breaking ball, and Pleasant picks up a strikeout in 3 pitches. And now Chris Danko, the batter.
The pitcher, number 19, Chris Danko.
Danko got the day off. Reedy's strikeout struggles continue. Struck out twice yesterday. Danko, after a day off, is going to sky the first pitch. Foul territory. This play will not be made. It was a tough one for Rudy. I'm sorry, for Glahesi at third. Just could not make the play.
It was definitely a playable play, though.
Yeah, definitely catchable, but it's always tough with those when you get turned around.
Especially in these cloudy conditions.
Absolutely. Pleasant coming set. The 0-1 on his way to Chris Danko. Is an elevated fastball that's going to miss. Ball and a strike now. And Danko gets jammed inside. He sends this one to shallow left field, and the catch is made. So a 1-2-3 inning for Nick Pleasant. Nice, easy pop fly for Gassanders out and left. We head to the top of the third. Glahesi, Campanella, Grosick, 2 up for the Hilltoppers. Welcome you back. Top of the third inning, 1-0. Still the score. Glenbard West with the lead.
9, Brian Glahesi.
Chris Danko back on the mound for inning number 3 of work. Gave up a home run last inning, but came back and struck out the next 2 batters for outs number 2 and 3. Brian Glahesi takes strike number 1 from Chris Danko. Reedy playing in at third, but now moves back a little bit. Glahesi looks at 2 fastballs and 2 strikes, so now falls behind in the hole 0-2. Reedy now playing normal position. It is normal depth. No chance of a bunt here. Danko comes set, deals. Slider that's just going to miss. So now the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Danko gets the sign, comes set. The 1-2 on its way. Called strike 3, goes back to the fastball, paints it beautifully. He gets Glahesi looking and picks up strikeout number 5, and that is the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 3,
and that's a good
Choi
way.
Campanella.
That's definitely a good way to start off the inning if you're Danko. Starting off with a strikeout, that's a big confidence booster going into the rest of this inning.
Top of the order, Joey Campanella rolls over the first pitch. Ruggieri there, comes up with it, makes a clean throw to first, and now there's quickly 2 away.
Batting next for the Hilltoppers, the second baseman.
Braden Grosick, the second
12,
baseman.
Braden Grosick.
Hit a screamer to Marco Giorno back in the first inning. So Giorno definitely has that in the back of his mind, probably shaded a little bit further back. Danko comes set, starts him off with the first pitch. Curveball, big bender at that. Grosick really the only one who's had hard contact off Danko besides from the Rudy home run. Back-to-back breaking balls. That time it's a slider, and now Grosick in an 0-2 hole. Brennan, what are you throwing here if you're Danko?
0-2 hole. I'm trying to keep something low, especially since he hit a nice hard line drive off of him last at bat.
He does keep it low there. However, he misses. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Danko still ahead. Comes set, deals. As this is a crushed breaking ball sent to left field, and this is going to bounce off the wall. Giorno comes up, hits Fleming, and Grosek on second base with a double. Danko just left that slider over the heart of the plate, and Grosek took full advantage. Absolutely tattoos it to left field.
And that's the second time Danko's left something up in the zone that has gotten hit pretty well. I mean, got to learn from that, especially with 2 strikes, definitely keeping the ball low.
Lowry now the batter. 0 for 1 as he fouls the first offering back. Belt high fastball that he couldn't catch up to. And when Danko's been really elevating his pitches, he's been completely fine. It's when he's missing the spots, like when he left the fastball at the letters. Comes set. Deals strike 2, a nice changeup. Lowry in the hole 0-2 as well. But when he's gone way up with his fastball, I haven't been able to catch up to it. But when he's left it just a bit too right down the middle in the breaking balls, Lowry going to foul this one off. He's been punished for it. He got lucky in the first when Grosek was all over the first pitch fastball from Danko that he crushed DiGiorno, but he was able to make the play out in left field. There, that last at-bat, he's able to be on second with a double, and Rudy, as Danko's going to try picking it off, and Ruggieri somehow can't make the catch. Goes underneath. Jeva out in center, comes up and throws it in. Wasn't going to matter. Grosek wasn't heading anywhere anyways. 0-2, still the count. Lowry, who struck out back in the first inning, in a hole once again. Danko comes set, and Lowry's going to poke this one fair into left field. This will score Grosek. Giorno comes up. Lowry on his way to second for a double. So back-to-back doubles for the Hilltoppers, and now they score the second run of the day. Or the third.
And that's
run number 2.
That's a big hit for the Hilltoppers. I mean, 2 outs, 2 strike count, and that's, I mean, you couldn't ask for more. A nice hit down the line.
Danko's had 3 of the 4 batters in 2 strike counts. As Shinohara looks at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. The only batter he did not was Campanella, who grounded out to Ruggieri on the very first pitch. Both doubles have been 2 strike counts. And this one's going to be off the bat of Shinohara. He checked his swing, but it just clipped the little connector piece on his bat. Was not the greatest curveball from Danko. Would have been up and in. But he steals a strike there, and that's definitely what he needs. See if he can take advantage. The 0-2. Shinohara reaches out, fouls back an elevated fastball.
Definitely with 2 strikes. Again, I'm throwing something lower in the zone here. He's been leaving stuff up lately.
Definitely disagree, Brennan. I think you go upstairs fastball. See what he does. That time he goes to a slider. Shinohara had no chance on that one, and he's going to strike out. But Glenbard West tacks on another run on back-to-back doubles. Duke's offense needs to respond. We head to the bottom of the third. We're here in the bottom of the
Leading
third
off the
inning.
bottom of the third for the Dukes.
Josh Fleming
The
digs
shortstop,
in.
Number 12, Josh Fleming.
Fleming won the game for the Dukes yesterday. He walked it off in the bottom of the seventh. So he ended his day 1 for 3 with a game winner. Looks to get something going as he skies this one. Shallow left field. Campanella ranging over, but the catch will be made in left by
Batting next
Sanders.
for the Dukes,
Little
the center
suspect.
fielder, number
Yeah, it looked like there was a
4,
little bit of
Austin
miscommunication out there. Who was
Java.
going to get it? It was pretty nicely placed in the gap, but I don't think there was too much communication going on out there.
Austin Java, now the batter, he tattooed a double yesterday. Easily the hardest hit ball of the entire game. And Pleasant's first pitch is outside. Java started to show bunt. Pulled back, so they count 1-0. Java takes a strike. Pleasant went back outside. This time he hits his spot, gets a strike. Pleasant comes set, deals inside. That's going to hit Jeva. Off the handle. That is unbelievable. They just called off the handle of the bat or the knob. Jeva pleading his case. That clearly hit him. And this is kind of the opposite of what happened yesterday. For those of you that tuned in for yesterday's game, the very first batter, Noah Hughes, was on the mound. Gets 2 strikes, throws up and in with a fastball. Campanella checked his swing, but it hit off the knob. Instead, the umpire called it a hit by pitch. Coach Kalal was not happy about that. Now the reverse happens, but against the Dukes once again. So 2 strikes now the count. Jeva takes a mighty good pitch. Now the count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Curveball, and Jeva pokes it. This is field. No, it's not fielded cleanly. And Jeva will beat out the throw. So the same result. Jeva reaches on an error, and I'm not entirely sure what the second baseman, Grosick, was doing. Grosick was in front, and then he kind of turned off to the side to kind of glove it to set him up in a better position to make the throw. In all honesty, with the way the field's, with how wet it is, I think you have to charge everything, and that took a bad bounce. Just a costly last-minute mistake.
Yeah, I mean,
And now Jeva's on first.
got to play with your body. Got to get in front of that ball, especially with grass infields.
I mean, I think if he knocks that down cleanly, Brennen, I think he still has time to make the throw.
Yeah, definitely. Jeva did have a nice hustle to first base, though.
Yeah, it would have been tough, but I think that goes back to then you have to charge the ball, too. So 1-1 the count. Hughes flares this one. This could be trouble, and it is going to drop in center field. Campanella comes up gunning, not in time as Jeva quickly scampers into second base. And Hughes picks up the first hit for the Dukes. Campanella
number 17,
knew he probably couldn't catch it, so he tried letting it drop, but Jeva more than halfway to second base by the time it fell. He sprinted into second and was able to get in safely. So now there's 1 out. Men on first and second, and now the Dukes have an opportunity with a man in scoring position once again. Drew Gami, the batter, takes strike 1.
Yeah, definitely at this point in the game with 2 men on and 1 out, the Dukes definitely need to capitalize right here. Down by 2 runs in the bottom of the third
Yeah,
inning.
I feel like minimum you got to get at least one of these runs back.
Definitely.
Big foul tip off Gami's bat. A big swing at a slider, but now he's down 0-2, and it's about the worst thing that could happen would be an infield fly rule or a strikeout, so he's got to put the ball in play. Gami choked up, and stepping off is Pleasant. No throw. Field umpire still letting us know that Jev is safe. No balls, 2 strikes, and Gami crushes this one, but it's going to be well foul, way ahead of that fastball. Was hit real high. How any ball hit to the right side, there's a relatively big gap. So if he can shoot a hard ground ball, that has the potential to score a run. He's got to be hit pretty hard, though, because of the way the infield condition is. The grass is long and the dirt is wet. Can't give Grosick time to range over. Pleasant looking to pick up his second out. Comes set. And time is called. So Gami calls time. The 0-2 once again. Pleasant. Comes set. Deals. Swung on and missed. It was a changeup that Gami was in front of, and he's down on strikes.
The catcher, number 3,
so possibly
Owen Choi.
The worst outcome for the Dukes, one of the worst outcomes possible for the Dukes, is now there's 2 outs. Almost needed to move the runners over to second and third because that would have been much more favorable with 2 outs. Yeah, and now there's a force on first, second, and third. Choi hits this one up the middle. This one will be cut off quickly as slip and crafty reaction from Grosick. He slipped, but he stuck his glove out, touched the base, and that'll do it. Dukes strand 2 runners, and we head to the top of the 4th inning with the Glenbard West Hilltoppers still with a 2-0 lead. You are watching York Sports Network. Top of the 4th inning. We welcome you all back. It's a 2-0 game. Chris Tanko back on the mound for his 4th inning of work. Just to get started on it. No action in the Dukes bullpen, so they're probably looking to stretch him out as long as he can go. First pitch changeup, that's just going to miss. Max Hetlett, the batter, grounded out to third. His last time up. Danko, this is outside again. So now 2 balls, no strikes, the count. The 2-0, Danko. Fires, just needed to bring it down a little bit. And he still can't find the zone. So the 3-0 on its way. Danko, not even close. For ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Max Hetlett. Danko's first free pass issued all day.
Shortstop, number 2, Nico Rudy.
Nico Rudy, the batter now. He hit the home run that was crushed to right field his last time up. On a 1-1 count. And Rudy fouls the first one off. Rolls over. And the play is made by Coach Kalal in foul territory.
Gotta love it when the coaches make the play.
Made a great play in gym class today, Brennan. We were playing softball. And so there's a big swing and a miss at a changeup. So Rudy now down 0-2. And this is exactly the spot Danko wants to be in. But, yeah, he made a great play today. Brennan, we were playing gym softball. I was at third base. He was right there. As Rudy hits this one on the ground. High hop for Rudy. No play at second. He's got to go for first. And huge try stretching. And he gets clipped at first. And they're going to throw it away. And now there's runners on second and third with nobody out. Reedy's throw just a little bit high. That was a horrible bounce off the lip of the grass. And that is just one of the most unfortunate things I've seen this entire series.
Yeah, definitely a bad break for the Dukes. Definitely could have gotten a little bit luckier than that. All kind of started with the bad bounce off the
bad
lip.
bounce, and Reedy had to hurry the throw now because
Yeah.
he looked to second. No play at second. Rudy's hustling to first. All of a sudden, Reedy has to get it out of his hand quickly. It was just a bit high. Hughes also should have potentially maybe just stepped off the base, but he got clipped on his way there. If he was attempting to get off the base, it looked like just he was trying to stretch it out, but he gets clipped by Rudy.
Yeah,
and then the throw goes away.
Coming from a first baseman, it does not feel good getting clipped at first
Absolutely.
base.
You're talking to two first basemen, and there is a line drive that's going to go over the head of Fleming with the infielders in. That's going to drive 2 runs, and Chael's throw to second. They should get him at second. They do. So they pick up and out. The bases are cleared.
Batting next for the
So,
Hilltoppers, the left fielder,
so Reeves
number 17,
outstretching at
Drew
second.
Sanders.
Picks up 2 RBIs, and now we have a 4-0 game, but the bases are cleared. Danko picks up out number 1, and Cassander's now the batter.
Danko just
That's just kind of unfortunate. It was the same thing that happened last night when Josh Fleming walked it off for the Dukes. It was just one of those hits where you wonder if the infielders weren't shifted in, would they make the play? And I think that was definitely one Fleming could have made with his 6'2" frame. Because Sanders swings through a fastball. So now the count evens out, a ball and a strike. Danko comes set. Change up outside. So now 2-1 the count. Klahesi on deck for the Hilltoppers. Cassanders and Klahesi both struck out looking their last times up. Yeah, Danko's pitching around them. So 3-1 now the count. And I think 8-9, these two are definitely the guys you want to attack in the zone early. Danko seems like he's just kind of pitching, trying to live off the outside. Bunt showed. They lay down the bunt. Not sure what the thinking was from Cassanders there, but he lays it down. Foul. So now the count's full. Now you just open the door for Danko to... Now he doesn't have to go right down the middle.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't agree with that decision to bunt. Don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Danko comes set. The 3-2 on its way. Goes right down the middle and catches him looking. So the half-hearted bunt attempt from Cassanders comes back to bite him. He's down on strikes. Caught looking as well for the second time today. And now Brian Klahesi, the batter, with 2 away. Danko starts him off with a strike.
Danko looks like he's finally starting to find a rhythm out there on the mound. Been a little bit wild throughout the day.
Yeah, 4-0 your score. Back-to-back strikes. I don't know if I would necessarily call him wild, Brennan, but there's definitely been some at-bats he definitely would have liked to get back. He does have 7 strikeouts to just 1 walk. Barely misses there. Wow, I thought that would have been strike 3. Now the count moves to 1-2. Danko comes set and misses. Spikes it in the dirt. So now the count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
His command, though, has definitely gotten better after these past 3 batters.
There's really the 4-pitch walk, and he was able to come back, but it's never good to start an inning off that way. This one just fouled off. Klahesi barely getting a piece of it, but he does. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chris Danko looks to get out of this inning. He comes set, fires. Ooh, good job by Klahesi. He really wanted to swing at that one. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's so hard to lay off those high fastballs, especially from Danko. It kind of gets that late rise, and it looks like it's going to be lower than it is. Swung on and missed. So Danko comes back, strikes out the final 2 batters for out number 2 and 3. However, Glenbard West scoring 2 on just 1 hit. So Duke's offense with some work to do. We head to the bottom of the 4th.
the left fielder, number 24.
Bottom of the
Marco
fourth inning,
Giorno.
4-0 game. Glenbard West leading over the York Dukes. Marco Giorno, the first batter. Umpire telling Glenbard West to get in the dugout. Giorno grounded out to second base his last time up. Nick Pleasant back on the mound. Comes set. Deals up and in to Giorno. Ball 1.
I think so far through 4 innings, Pleasant has pitched very well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Giorno sends this one left center field. This one, it could be trouble. Ranging over and making the... Oh, can't make the catch. Wow, he was juggling it for a while. Giorno rounding second. On his way to third. He dives in with a triple. And that would have been a sensational catch out into deep left field by, I guess, Sanders. He kind of juggled it, and he couldn't come down with it.
Second baseman, number 7.
And Giorno has a triple that was absolutely tattooed, and this is exactly what the Dukes need to get on the board. Leadoff triple, nobody out, man on third. Now, and you have Nico Ruggieri, who crushed one to deep center field his last time up. Pleasant comes set. Upstairs curveball for ball 1. Yeah, and up until that triple, Brennen, he just allowed a base hit, one hit through 3 innings, but now that's changing, and this one low and away, so 2-0 the count. Ground ball to the right side or any fly ball will score Giorno. Ruggieri takes a strike, so 2 balls and 1 strike now the count after taking the fastball that clipped the outside edge of the zone from Pleasant, who now comes set. His 2-1 offering is lined up the middle by Ruggieri, and that will put the Dukes on the board, making it a 4-1 game. That one was smoked by Ruggieri, and now he's on first after his RBI base hit.
Batting next for the Dukes.
And those have been 2 great at-bats from Ruggieri. One just got unlucky, tattooed the ball to center field, was caught. But that one paid off, almost took the pitcher's head off there.
Paul Reedy steps in and takes strike 1. Dukes still trail by 3, but you got to start somewhere. And Pleasant will check on Ruggieri. He dives back in safely. Reedy struck out swinging his last time up. Pleasant comes set. Reedy rolls over a fastball by the letters, so now the count moves to no balls, 2 strikes.
Let's see if this this momentum from the leadoff triple can keep carrying on in the lineup.
Yeah, back-to-back hits. Pleasant checks on Ruggieri once again. Taking some aggressive leads. Pleasant comes set. He'll throw back again. This time a lot closer. Ruggieri diving back safely once again. Reedy still awaits the 0-2. Goes back to Ruggieri again. Still safe. Pleasant comes set. The 0-2 swung on and missed by Reedy, so Pleasant picks up his first out. Reedy down on strikes once again. And that will bring up Chris Danko.
The Dukes, the pitcher, number 19, Chris Danko.
Danko 0 for 1. Hit a easy pop fly to left field his last time up. Now he's got a chance to do some damage. Big swing and a miss. Had a change up low and away. Pleasant working outside to Danko. He went in once and was able to jam him. Definitely don't want to consistently go inside, especially not with a fastball. Danko takes strike 2. Fastball on the outside edge, and that's where you want to live if you're Nick Pleasant against Chris Danko. It's just been something he struggled with so far this year.
Yeah.
Pleasant throws back over once again. Ruggieri slides back in safely once again. And the count remains 0-2. Pleasant comes set. Throws back again. Still can't get him.
Coming from another lefty, outside pitches are just, that's a lefty's nightmare. Especially in 0-2 counts like it is right now.
Pleasant comes set. Tries going outside and coming in, but he can't with the slider. Just missing outside. Good job by Danko. One thing he's always had is a great eye. Great command of the strike zone. They throw over to Ruggieri once again.
Yeah, the games I've watched this year, Danko has been pretty disciplined with 0-2 counts.
Pleasant comes set. Danko hits this one on the ground. This could be two. Grosick turns to second, gets one. Can't get the speedy Danko, who runs to first. So second out is there, but a fielder's choice for Chris Danko.
Number 12, Josh Fleming.
Go down as a 4-6 fielder's choice, and Josh Fleming now the batter. Flew out to left field back in the third inning. Pleasant comes set. His first offering to Fleming. Outside, so the count 1-0. Fleming gonna foul that one back. He took a big hack at a fastball, and he just missed his. So, count evens out. Ball and a strike. Pleasant tries to work out of it with minimal damage. And this one's in the dirt. Coming up gunning, and the throw is off. So Danko able to steal second. So now another man in scoring position. Two balls and a strike, the count to Josh Fleming. Pleasant gets his sign. Comes set, deals. Fleming under this one once again. This one's heading out to shallow right field, and the catch is made by Grosick at second, and escaping is Pleasant. But the Dukes score one on 2 hits. We head to the top of the 5th inning.
Top of the 5th for Glenbard.
We are here
West.
back for the top of the 5th inning.
Number 3, Joey Campanella.
Connor Choi. Brennen Blanchett has just departed. He's rehabbing his right knee. He's got physical therapy. Chris Danko starts the inning off with a first pitch curveball in there for a strike to Joey Campanella. Campanella 0 for 2 in today's affair. Danko coming set. Campanella fouls it straight back. So now the count moves to 0-2 very quickly. So blinking of an eye, Danko commanding this at bat. The 0-2 on its way. Danko comes set. Campanella hits this one on the ground hard. Fielded cleanly. Ruggieri comes up, makes the play. And once again, Campanella grounding out to
Batting next for the
Ruggieri.
Hilltoppers,
So 1 away.
second baseman, number 12, Brennen.
Brennen Grosick now the batter. He doubled his last time up. Eventually scoring a run off after the Eric Lowry foul-up double. Danko comes set, deals outside to Grosick. Sun is starting to shine. Rain completely stopped. And Danko misses upstairs, so now the count becomes 2 balls, no strikes. Danko comes set, fires, gets a strike. So now the count moves to 2 balls and a strike after that nicely located fastball by Danko. He comes set, back to back. However, this one looked a bit more outside, but Danko will take it. He's taking advantage of the zone the umpire has given him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Danko comes set. Tried to get Grosick to chase. He can't. So now the count is full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Danko comes set. Grosick hits this one in the air. This could be trouble. It will fall foul. So the count will remain 3-2. Grosick almost got his second kind of lucky fall, but it was just foul. Back in the third when he doubled off of Danko. That one was a hard double, but then Eric Lowry, getting my players mixed up, Eric Lowry was the one who had the soft double. And Grosick draws ball 4. So he's on first now.
First baseman, number 14, Eric Lowry.
Eric Lowry, the new batter. 1 for 2 with an RBI. Danko coming set, and first pitch by Lowry is fouled straight back. So the count 0-1. Danko gets his sign, checks on Grosick, comes set. Fires a changeup that's just going to miss. Low and away, so. A ball and a strike now, the count. Starting to run out of innings, so Danko is doing a great job kind of holding things down. A bit of a rough fourth as he gets a strike on a curveball. Although, I wouldn't say rough, I would say more long. A long 4th inning. Due to the error by Reedy at third that put men on second and third. Runner goes, but Lowry fouls it back. So 1-2, the count remains. Christian Shinohara on deck for the Hilltoppers. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, but looks to help out his team in this next at-bat. Danko comes set. Lowry hits this one to the left side, but it will fall foul. No real chance for Giorno to make the play. Danko comes set, goes back, not in time. Try checking on Grosick over at first. 1-2 on its way. Lowry calling time. Runner goes, and Lowry fouls off a breaking ball. It's turning into a very long at-bat. A great fight put up by Eric Lowry. Danko comes set. Deals outside, so the count now changing to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Danko picks up a sign, but he goes over to first, not in time. He's diving back safely is Grosick. Jacob Perry in the Dukes bullpen's just starting to play some catch. Still no action in the Hilltoppers bullpen. Low throw from Danko as he tries to get Grosick sleeping. He can't. Nice shot by Hughes picking it out. Danko comes set. Runner goes. Grosick hits this one well, but it should be playable. Jeva out in center. No, it hits off his glove. Hits off the glove. And now that will go down as an error. Jeva was tracking, then he stopped. He just stuck the glove up, hit off the glove.
Batting next for the Hilltoppers, the right
couldn't
fielder,
make the play.
number 4, Christian Shinohara.
That'll go down as E8 in the scorebook. And now there's runners on second and third because of it. Christian Shinohara with a chance to do some real damage. However, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts like I previously mentioned. Danko starts him up with a changeup that misses well upstairs. So now Shinohara in a 1-0. Danko comes set. Goes breaking ball that Shinohara swings through. So 1-1 now the count. So runners on second and third. A ball, a strike, and an out. Strikeout would be huge for Danko. Danko's going to miss down low. He's got to be careful. Can't leave anything too high up. Perry now on the mound, starting to throw pitches. Danko coming set. Shinohara tips it foul. It was a changeup. Count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Danko has Shinohara in a 2-strike count for the 3rd time today. This would be huge pickup if he's able to strike him out. Reedy in at third. Shinohara checks his swing, flares it out. Ruggieri there, leaps in, he makes the grab. Nice play out at second base by Nico Ruggieri. And all the runners have to hold. Looked like for a second,
the designated hitter, number 5,
could have
Max
fallen. A little flare from off the bat of Shinohara over to Ruggieri. That's the second out of the inning. And now Max Hetlett, the batter. Hetlett 0 for 1. He walked last inning. Ruggieri looks to escape. Or, I'm sorry, Danko looks to escape after Ruggieri made the nice play at second. Danko starts Hetlett off with a strikeout. 0-1 the count. Danko coming set. Goes changeup. Nice block by Chael, able to save a run. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Danko looks for his sign. He got to go right back to that outside part of the plate. And he does, but he's just going to miss, so it becomes a 2-1 count now. Not completely out of the clear. You got to get to 2-strike count before you really start to pound the zone. Danko comes set, goes outside, can't get Hetlett to bite. So you definitely want to get it in the zone, but you don't want to throw it over the heart of the plate. This should be a green light for Hetlett to swing, and there is a free base open. Let's see what Danko does. He gets Hetlett to foul one back. Danko did go over the plate. Kind of surprised by that decision. Wonder if that's where he intended it to go or if he missed his spot. Nonetheless, it pays off for him. Full count, 2 outs. Men on second and third. Danko tries to escape with no damage. He gets a pop-up. This one could be trouble. Hughes ranging over. He's just going to watch it go over the netting. So the count will remain full. And we'll do this whole thing all over again. Hetlett awaits. Danko tries to escape a jam. Gets set. Hetlet hits this one into left field for a base hit. Danko elevated the slider, and Hetlet made him pay, and that is 2 RBIs, now making it a 6-1 game with a Glenbard West lead. 2 RBIs for Max Hetlet.
For the Hilltoppers, the shortstop, number 2, Nico Rudy.
Nico Rudy now the batter, but Coach Kalal going to come out. That'll be Chris Danko's day, so we'll call to the bullpen. Jacob Perry coming in for the Dukes. You are watching York Sports Network. We'll be right back. Welcome you back. Top of the 5th inning with 2 outs. Pitching change as Glenbard West jumps out to a 6-1 lead. Jacob Perry on the mound for the Dukes. Chris Danko's day is done. 4 2/3 innings. 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, 5 hits, 6 runs, and 4 earned. Perry inheriting Hetlet over on first. Nico Rudy, the batter, starts it off with a first pitch strike, a nice slider. Perry with a fastball, changeup, slider, curveball. Occasionally gets some cut on that fastball. It's pretty rare. 1-1 the count. Perry was scheduled to make the start tomorrow, but Kalal calls to the bullpen earlier than he probably expected. Rudy hits this one well into left field. Giorno started coming in, but now he's got to stop, and Rudy's aboard with a base hit.
Batting next for the Hilltoppers, the catcher.
So back-to-back singles for the Hilltoppers.
Jasper Reeves.
Jasper Reeves now the batter. 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Pinch runner for Hetlet, the DH. It's going to be number 8, Bo Greeman. Perry coming set. Deals as this one's hit well. Left field. This could be trouble. Giorno giving chase, but it's going to fall. Goes all the way to the wall. Giorno coming up. 1 run is in. They go home. Oh, it's a bad throw, and sliding in safely is Rudy. And there's a
Batting next
gonna be a double.
The left fielder, number 17.
Some words
Drew
Perry having
Sanders.
with the umpire afterwards. Wonder what that's about, but Reeves comes out. The courtesy runner is number 16, Joey Orzula. Orzula, the losing pitcher in yesterday's affair. Score now 8-1. Drew Sanders stepping in. Takes ball one. Perry comes set, gets a strike. The count evens out. A ball and a strike now. Perry coming set, deals. Chael blocks it down. Two balls and a strike, the count. Perry coming set. Misses low and in. So now the count goes to 3-1. Still 2 outs. Now Glenbard West with a 7-run lead over the Dukes. They're looking to keep applying pressure. So ball 4.
Batting next for the Hilltoppers, the third baseman, number 9, Brian Klahesi.
Brian Klahesi now the batter. He's 0-2 with 2 strikeouts. This would be a good opportunity for Perry to get out number 3 of the inning. He comes set, floats over strike 1. To be a 2-seam fastball. The 0-1 on its way from Perry. Goes curveball, and that was a beauty. So now the count quickly 0-2 on Klahesi. He's finding himself down in the count quite a bit. Perry comes set. The 0-2 couldn't get him to chase. It's now 1-2 the count. Glenbard West getting 3 more runs to potentially end it after the bottom of the 5th. Perry just missing. That time he goes fastball, but now the count 2-2. Perry comes set, deals inside. So after starting ahead 0-2, Klahesi has worked the count to a 3-2 against Perry. 3-2, 2 outs, runners will go. Perry goes up, deals. Klahesi, little flare over the head of Ruggieri. This will score at least 1. Gami coming in, and the stop sign at third for Sanders. Klahesi just doinks it in to shallow right, and he picks up an RBI.
Joey Campanella.
Coming back after being down 0-2, picking up an RBI single. And now makes it 9-1. Some runners on the corners. Top of the order. Joey Campanella. Glenbard West is officially batted around. High curveball. Taken for a ball. Campanella 0-3 today. Perry comes set. Deals. Curveball just inside. 2 balls, no strikes. This inning has not gone the Duke's way. The last 2 innings, in fact, has not gone the Duke's way. Perry checking on Klahesi at first. No real play there. 2-0 the count to Campanella, who can be a dangerous hitter. Got to be careful what you throw him here. He goes fastball that Campanella will take for strike 1. I think there you have to be ready to hit if you're Campanella. I don't think that's a pitch you can just let pass by. I don't know if Perry will give you something that looks that good for the rest of the at-bat. He does bounce in the next pitch, making it a 3-1 count. So now this changes things. And if you're Campanella, potentially getting a gift here, you can't let it go to waste. You have to be ready for something good. Perry comes set. Upstairs, ball 4. Base is now loaded.
Batting next for the Hilltoppers, the second baseman.
Call for a mound meeting,
12,
mound visit.
Brennen
There's still
throws
2
it.
outs, however, base is loaded after Campanella draws the walk. And Brennen Grosick, the new hitter. Perry and Shale talk things over, thinking how they could possibly escape from what has turned to be a nightmarish inning. No action in the Dukes bullpen. Still a 9-1 game. Perry comes set, deals. Just misses. Looked real good. Looked like it was right there, in fact. Called for a ball. Grosick 1 for 2 with a double. Walked his last time up earlier in the inning. Perry comes set. Deals a strike. So count evens out. 1-1. Perry went to the slider that time. Looked really good with some nice late snap to it. Perry comes set. The 1-1. Big swing and a miss from Grosick on a changeup from Perry. Just fell off. It's really good. So a ball and 2 strikes. Perry coming set. In the dirt. Good block by Chale. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Perry comes set. The 2-2 on its way. Swung on and missed, and this inning finally comes to a close. But Glenbard West scoring 5 runs, making it a 9-1 game on just 3 hits. We head to the bottom of the 5th. A lot of work for this Dukes offense.
The 5th for the Dukes, the center fielder.
On the bottom of the 5th inning, Austin Jeva, the batter. 9-1 your score. First offering from Pleasant is an upstairs fastball. Jeva 0 for 1, reached on an error. Goes up and in. Look out. 2-0 now the count. Java hits this one well. This one is going to be caught by Campanella in left center field. So pinch hitter Hughes is done. Ryan Lazowski come up to bat.
Pitch hitting for the Dukes, number 9, Ryan Lazowski.
Lazowski not in the lineup, gets the opportunity to pinch hit for Noah Hughes. Takes first pitch, first strike. Pleasant comes set. Lazowski with a swing and a miss. Count now becomes 1-2. One, two on its way. Lazowski takes in the dirt. Count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lazowski did get to play yesterday. Was responsible for the winning run. He reached on an error. Then eventually Nick Fisher was a pinch runner who scored. Good looking curveball that Lazowski lays off. Just a bit upstairs. Now the count 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lazowski off the end of the bat and a little flare to Grosick at second, and the catch is made for out number 2.
Pinch hitting for the Dukes.
So Nick Fisher, first time I've seen Fisher hit all season long. He's gotten some chances. Gets another one against Pleasant. Takes ball 1. There's 2 away. Pleasant comes set. Fisher lays off an upstairs fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. Fisher finally takes a called strike. Pleasant brought the fastball down and is able to get it over the zone. Fisher fouls it straight back. So now the count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pleasant looks to retire the Dukes in order. Comes set, deals, swung on and missed by Fisher. Coming up, and the throw is in time. And he does go 3 up, 3 down. Pleasant ends with a strikeout, and now we head to the top of the 6th inning. We welcome you back. It's the top of the sixth inning, a 9-1 lead for Glenbard West.
The first baseman,
Jacob
number 4,
Perry back on the mound for the
Eric
Dukes.
Lowry.
Eric Lowry, the batter. Set to lead things off for the Hilltoppers. And he sends this one to left field for a base hit. Giorno over, tracks it down. Lowry puts on the brakes and heads back to first.
Batting next for the Hilltoppers.
Nick Fisher
the
and
right
Ryan
fielder,
Lazowski staying in the
number 4,
game.
Christian
Fisher
Shinohara.
heads to right. Lazowski comes in to play first. Christian Shinohara 0 for 3. Shows bunt. Pulls back. First pitch called for a ball. Perry waits for the sign. Gets it. Comes set. Deals upstairs. Misses with the fastball. So now the count becomes 2 balls, no strikes. Man on first. And Perry now misses in the dirt. So he's missed up, down, left, and right. So now 3-0 the count. Could really needs to get one over. He does. 4 strikes. Now the count moves to 3-1. Perry comes set, and a big swing and a miss from Shinohara. So now Perry, back-to-back strikes after starting behind 3-0, has made it a full count. Comes set, swung on and missed. Shinohara down on strikes for the 3rd time today.
Batting next for the Hilltoppers, the designated
Got to
hitter,
make
number 5,
hard contact.
Max Hetlett.
4 strikeouts in the last 2 games. He's hitless as well. And now Max Hetlett, the batter. First offering in there for a strike. Perry comes set, and Hetlett does a nice job laying off the curveball. And this one's fouled off to the right side. So Hetlett now in a 1-2 count. Because of the last inning, how much longer it had extended, Danko now has 6 earns. Wow. Great pitch from Perry. Called for a ball, however. The curveball looked like it was right down the middle to me. A little too high for the umpire's liking, apparently. The 2-2 on its way. Upstairs, ball 3. So we now have a full count. Perry comes set. Deals. A little flare. Caught by Lazowski. He steps on first. It's a double play. Lazowski does it all by himself. Hetlett just ended the inning. 3 unassisted. Put it down in the books. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 9-1 your score. Bottom of the 6th inning, 9-1 game. New pitcher for Glenbard West. It's Nathan Schleiben.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Dukes.
Stat line for Nick Pleasant: 5 innings, 4 strikeouts, no walks,
Connors.
3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. Jimmy Connors pinch hitting for Owen Chale. Connors getting a chance to get in that bat here in the late stages of today's game, as well as getting some action behind the plate. Connors, third string catcher on the Dukes roster behind Jones and Chale. But he's got some pop in that bat when he connects. Schlieb starts him off with a strike, so 0-1 the count to Connors. Schlieben's 0-1 is fouled straight back by Connors, so now he's quickly in the hole 0-2. Schlieben comes set, 0-2 on its way. He deals in the dirt, but Connors lays off the slider. Good take. On deck for the Dukes, Jackson Bowie. Bowie will pinch hit for Marco Giorno. Likely head out to left field as well, as that's what we saw the last 2 subs do. Connors takes ball 2. Another slider from Schlieben that misses. So back-to-back sliders for balls. And he rings them up on strike 3. Up and away fastball. Gets called for a strike. Connors caught looking, and that's the first out of the inning.
Jackson Bowie.
And now Jackson Bowie, the new batter. Pinch hitter. He gets his first chance at some swings. Bowie, the first outfielder off the bench typically for the Dukes, and takes strike number 1. Fastball from Schlieben right down the middle. 0-1 pitch on its way. Bowie rips this one, and this one short gloved by the third baseman, and the throw at first is not in time. Wasn't going to matter. Bowie was already there. And another weird fielding thing by Klahesi. So Bowie reaches on the air. Nico Ruggieri, the batter. Ruggieri is 1 for 2 with an RBI base hit, responsible for the lone run. Takes strike 1. So 0-1 the count. And I think if you're these Dukes hitters, I mean, Schlieben's probably just going to attack right away. No reason why you shouldn't be swinging. Ruggieri lays off a changeup for ball 1, so the count quickly evens out. A ball and a strike. Schlieben comes set. Ruggieri pokes this one out right field. This should fall for a hit, and it will. Bowie got an early jump, so he's rounding second. On his way to third. The throw is not going to be in time. Bowie slides in safely, and Ruggieri advances to second on the throw. So now there's runners on second and third for the Dukes with 1 out, and the batter is going to be Nick Allen.
Batting next for the Dukes, number 22, Nick Allen.
Allen, his first at bat after a minor ankle sprain. Was on crutches just for a day, nothing major. But he'll get a chance with 2 men on second and third. Big swing and a miss at the very first pitch. He's attacking early, which is always a good sign. So 0-1 the count. One now the count. Schlieben comes set. He deals. Allen fouls it straight back, so the count Becomes 1 balls and 2 strikes. Chris Danko on deck for the Dukes. Schlieben gets his sign. Allen going to call time. The 1-2 all over again. Schlieben ready. Allen awaits, and Schlieben will step off the mound. Schlieben comes set. Allen hits this one on the ground. This should score a run. This is a slow roller, and it can't be gloved by Rudy at shortstop. And that was a slow roller, but that'll make it a 9-2 ball game.
19, Chris Danko.
And Chris Danko, the batter. So whatever gets the job done. Allen reaches on an E6, picks up an RBI. Chris Danko, the batter. Big swing and a miss from Danko. Allen able to point the run. Danko takes, so now ball and a strike the count. Josh Fleming is on deck. Coach Kalal probably leaving the starters in now that we've seen a little bit of life being injected into this offense late. 2 balls and a strike. Schlieben just going to step off. Two one on its way. Danko rips this one into right field. That's a base hit. Into scores Ruggieri. On his way to third is Allen. And Danko will hold at first, but he does pick up an RBI single, so a strong 6th inning so far with just 1 out. It's now a 9-3 game.
Batting next for the Dukes, the shortstop, number 12, Josh Fleming.
Now Josh Fleming, the new hitter. 0 for 2 so far. Signs being given from Reeves behind the plate. Runners still on the corners. Man, this would be a great time for Fleming to get something going. He hits this right on the ground. This could be 2. They flip it to second for 1. Throw on to first in time for the double play. Dukes score 2, but the inning ends on a double play, and we head to the top of the 7th inning as the Dukes still trail by 6. 9-3 your score. Top of the 7th inning, Nico Rudy to lead things off for the Hilltoppers. Jacob Perry still on the mound. Comes set, deals ball 1. Rudy 2 for 3 today. Perry comes set as Rudy fouls it straight back. So the count evens out, a ball and a strike. Nick Gallen going to stay in the game, goes to third base. Choi and Marco Giorno still out on the field. This one inside nearly hits Rudy. So 2 balls and a strike. So now Perry's going to miss his spot. So now the count becomes 3 balls, 1 strike. Last thing you want is to let this game become even more out of reach. And there's ball 4. So Rudy draws the walk.
Batting next for the Hilltoppers, the catcher, number 13.
Now just as dangerous as a hitter, Jasper Reeves, who doubled off Perry his last time up, plated 2 for 3 on the day with 4 RBIs. That's another opportunity here in the late last inning. Perry fires in strike 1, so 0-1 the count. We've smacked his first extra base hit of the day against Perry back in the 5th inning. Perry can't get Reeves to chase the slider in the dirt, so now the count becomes a ball and a strike. Perry comes set. A nice curveball in there, called for strike 2. Perry comes set, deals, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Perry gets Reeves on strikes. It's his second time falling victim to the strikeout. And now there's one away in the top of the 7th. Still a man on first. Drew Sanders, the batter. 0 for 2, a walk and 2 strikeouts. Caught looking both times. Perry comes set, deals upstairs. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. Face Perry in the 5th inning. Drew a walk. 5 pitches. Swung on and missed. So the count evens out. Ball and a strike. Perry coming set. The 1-1 on its way. Clips the outside edge so that it quickly becomes 1-2. Perry comes set. The 1-2 on its way. In the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count. And coming into this game, the sweep would have been huge for the Dukes, but Glenbard West took an early lead, and then they just piled on the runs, and the offense just wasn't there. Perry, however, picking up a strikeout, so Sanders down on strikes in all 3 at-bats, caught looking all 3 times. Brian Klahesi 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts as well, but he did have an RBI base hit against Perry in his last at-bat. But it was looking like the Dukes were in line to complete a sweep. After getting swept by LT, it would have been a nice bounce back. They did win the series in 2 games. Perry misses the first pitch, 1-0 the count. But just things don't always go your way, and it's hard to capture all 3 games. And it was a good pitching performance from Danko up until that last inning, but errors were not helping. We're not doing him any favors. 2-0 the count. Perry coming set, deals. This one's flared up the middle, and it'll fall on the base in the center field for a base hit. Jeva comes up with it. So now there's runners on first and second with 2 away.
Batting next for the Hilltoppers, the center fielder.
And top of the order,
3,
Joey Campanella, the batter.
Joey Campanella.
I mean, when you talk to these guys, I mean, every game so far has been a fight till the end, except for this one when Glenbard West took the win. So you knew it wasn't going to be easy. Great first pitch from Perry that's just going to miss. So 1-0 the count. But I just wasn't expecting this game to be, the margin of this game to be that high. Like when it was 2-0 after the third, I thought, okay, be relatively simple. Golfed into foul territory on the right side. Fisher wasn't fast enough to track it down. But, you know, it just, like I said, it can't always go your way. I mean, two-run fourth inning, then it was 4-0. But then when we hit the bottom of the fourth, Duke steal a run back. So it's a 3-run game, and then it's just a 5-run fifth inning, and it completely blows the game wide open. Perry coming set. This one's skied. Left side. Allen underneath it. Comes in, makes the catch, and Perry gets out of it. No runs allowed. Glenbard West stranding 2. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Final 3 outs coming up. Welcome you back to the bottom of the 7th inning. 9-3 your score.
Number 2,
Jack Kaminsky. Pinch hitting for Austin Jeva. Pick up an at bat here in the bottom of the 7th. Takes first pitch inside for ball 1. Nathan Schlieben still on the mound. Comes set, deals. Kaminsky foul tips it for 1-1 count. Schlieben comes set. The 1-1 offering to Kaminsky is going to drill him. So Kaminsky will reach on the hit by pitch.
Batting next for the Dukes.
And that will bring up the top of the order. Ryan Lazowski, the first baseman,
Ryan Lazowski.
Pick up an at bat. Popped out to the second baseman. His last time up. Kaminsky on first. Pretty inconsequential run. Still got to be careful. Schlieben gave up 2 runs last inning. Lazowski takes ball 1. So 1-0 the count. Schlieben coming set. Lazowski fouls it straight back. Count evens out 1-1. Schlieben comes set. Strike 2 called on Lazowski. Generous call. So now the count is 1-2, and Lazowski's got to protect here. Definitely want to move the runner over if you can. Schlieben bounces it in the dirt. Count evens out 2-2 now. Schlieben comes set. Just going to miss down low. So count is full. 3-2. Lazowski crushes this one to left field, giving chases Campanella. It's going to fall. And Kaminsky on his way to third, and he gets the stop sign. Lazowski into second with a double that was roped. So now you have runners on second and third, nobody out.
Next for the Dukes, the right fielder.
And Nick Fisher, the batter, with an RBI opportunity. Fisher struck out his last time up. It's a chance in the bottom of the seventh. Takes strike one. Sleeping comes set. Fisher way ahead of that one. Foul tips a changeup into the catcher's mitt, and now he's down 0-2. He's got to protect. Definitely want to start scoring some runs. So you just want a ball in play. Schlieben misses upstairs with a curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Fisher's going to foul that one. The 1-2 on its way. Outside in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Salski's double, just a 6 hit for the Dukes compared to Glenbard West's 10. Fisher looks to tack on. Chokes up on the bat. The 1-2 just fouled. So he stays alive. Schlieben getting a sign. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runners on second and third. Fisher takes strike 3. Caught looking, and that's the first out. Just 2 more needed. It's probably the worst feeling when you're chasing a ton of runs. The last thing you want to do is be caught looking, but that's exactly what happened to Fisher there. Owen Chale now the batter. And he rips this one, and it's a fair ball, so this should score 2. Kaminsky on his way. Lazowski ready to score, and Chale held up at first. A good throw in from left field by Gassanders. So it holds Chale to just a 2 RBI single. Now makes it a 9-5 game.
Number 24, Marco Giorno.
Now Marco Giorno, the batter. Chale picks up 7th hit of today. 2 RBIs as well. Now Marco Giorno. Back in the game. After Bowie pinch hit for him. Takes strike 1. Coming set. And Giorno hits this one well in the gap, and it will fall for a base hit. Chale around second, and he's got to hold up and scurry back to the base. So he'll hold at 2. Giorno with a hit.
Number 7, Nico Ruggieri.
Now Nico Ruggieri, the batter. So Schlieben getting hit pretty well, and there's going to be a mound visit. Potential pitcher's change as Ruggieri comes up to the plate. And yeah, got some action in the bullpen. Drew Gasick warming up in the pen. We'll see. Maybe this is just to buy Gasick some time out in the pen and try to calm Schlieben down. Quick mound visit. Talk things over with Schlieben and probably on how to attack Ruggieri. Schlieben comes set. Ruggieri hits this one on a rope, and it gets past the third baseman. That's a pretty big mistake because that's going to score a run. The throw also gets away from the third baseman, Klahesi, and he's having all kinds of trouble, and that's almost not even It's almost not even Schlieben's fault. Choi comes in to score. We now have a 9-6 game. Nick Allen now the batter.
Nick Allen.
Yeah, they're going to the mound, so they will bring Gasick in. So we'll step away. New pitcher, Nick Allen due up. 9-6 game. We've got a close one now.
The new pitcher,
New
for
pitcher
Glenbard
on
West,
the mound
number
for
15,
Glenbard West. Drew Gasick comes in for the save opportunity. With one away, runners on first and second. You have Giorno on second, Ruggieri on first. Nick Allen steps in. First pitch in there for a strike. Definitely a speed difference from Schlieben. Glenbard West manager asking Gasick to get the final 2 outs. Off the end of the bat, and Allen's going to foul it straight back. So no balls, 2 strikes to count. Gasick looking. Now he's got to step off. Re-get the sign. This gives Allen a chance to clear his head, get ready for the pitch. Got to protect. You definitely want to move the runners over, but you don't want to ground ball up the middle because that could potentially end the game. Gasick comes set, goes upstairs, can't get Allen to chase. Good take from Allen. Now all of a sudden, Duke's right back in this one. A couple of hits could change it. Allen, he's going to be out, but the runners are going to advance off the wild pitch. He went chasing for the slider, so there's 2 away now, but now there's runners on second and third. The tying run is Chris Danko, and now he's at the plate. And things just got a whole lot more interesting.
Chris Danko.
With Danko now up to bat. Allen does go down swinging. So this could potentially be the final out. Glenbard West looking for Gasick to shut the door, end it here, and retire Danko. First pitch to Danko is going to be up and in for a ball. 1-0 the count to Danko. Gasek comes set, deals, low and away. 2-0 now the count. Josh Fleming on deck. Well, they haven't been hitting as well as everyone knows they can. They're always a threat, and you always have to be careful of Chris Danko and Josh Fleming. So that's why Gasek is kind of pitching around. The 2-0 on its way. Outside now 3-0. And he hasn't been anywhere near the zone for Danko. And with 2 away, I think this is 100% a take. .30 right down the middle for strike one. So now the count goes to 3-1. Danko had the take sign, but he could have sent that. You could tell by his face. He really wanted to take a hack at that one. 3 balls and a strike the count. Gasek coming set, swung on and missed by Danko. He elevated the fastball that time. Reached back and grabbed whatever was left in the tank for that. So now the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Chris Danko, the tying run with a chance to keep the Dukes' hopes alive. Pitch on its way. Outside, ball 4, and the bases are now loaded.
Batting next for the
And
Dukes,
Josh
the
Fleming
shortstop, number 12,
in a huge
Josh
situation
Fleming.
now. So Danko drawing the walk. Now you have Giorno on third, Ruggieri on second, and now Danko on first. Josh Fleming, the batter. First pitch on its way from Gasek is a big swing and a miss. It was an inside fastball, middle part of the plate. Cutting in. Josh was on top of that one. 0-1 the count. Gasek coming set. Deals called strike. One look quite upstairs. And now Fleming has to protect down 0-2. And now Gasek with full control of the at-bat can throw this up just about anywhere. Ruggieri's reaction on second after that call is mind blown. The 0-2 on its way. And it's going to hit him. So Gasek just hit in a run. So now Fleming, the winning run, is on first base. And Jack Kaminsky, in the biggest at-bat he's had in his career,
Number 2,
is now up to the plate.
Kaminsky.
And the bases are still loaded. What we're going to see here. Oh, they're going to take Kaminsky out. So we'll see who they go to here. But there is a substitution being made by Coach Galal. It's the second hit batsman this inning. Remember, Kaminsky was hit to start off the inning. It comes around full circle when Fleming gets hit to drive in the run. So now we have Danko on second. Giorno scored after the hit by pitch. And Ruggieri on third. So you have decent speed all around. So Perry's actually going back out to the bullpen to throw some more. Luke Pazinski now the batter.
Dukes, number 23.
Situation doesn't change. Pazinski also in the biggest at-bat of his career. One of the biggest spots anyone's been in so far this year. I mean, a 4-run bottom of the 7th. What a comeback from down 9-3. Gasek, his first offering, low and away to Luke Pazinski. Things are starting to get interesting for sure. 2 outs, 1-0 the count. Carter Laubinger warming up in the bullpen for the Hilltoppers. Gasek comes set. Misses outside again. He's starting to lose command of the zone. Gasek comes set. 2-0. On its way. Upstairs, 3-0. And, man, it looked like Gasek was really going to come in and shut the door. He picked up the strikeout on Allen, but then it was a wild pitch, and after that, the control was just been all over the place. Pazinski awaits the 3-0. Ball 4. Gasek just walked in another run. It's a one-run game. Bases are still loaded, and we'll see if they go out and talk things over. And now Ryan Lazowski back up once again.
Number 9, Ryan Lazowski.
And they're going to get a call to the pen. Gasek gets one out, and he is pulled. It's a 9-8 game. Bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs, bases loaded. New arm coming from the pen. You are watching York Sports Network. Welcome back. Bottom of the 7th inning. It's been a 5-run bottom of the 7th. It was 9-3 to start this half inning. Now it's 9-8 with the bases loaded. Glenbard West cycling through 3 pitchers. Now Ryan Lazowski with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Coach Kalal asking for his biggest at-bat of the year. Lazowski on the first pitch flares this out right field, and that will be caught. Glenbard West narrowly escapes. That was Lazowski's pitch, just under it. And the final score, 9-8, as the Dukes can't complete this comeback and cannot complete the sweep. Only take 2 out of the 3 games. Today's losing pitcher, Chris Danko. The winning pitcher, Nick Pleasant. But what a final inning. Just to go over that, I mean, they had 4 hits. They drew 2 walks. Or I'm sorry, they drew 2 walks. They were hit twice. I mean, just an incredible inning from this Dukes team. It was just such a good way to such a good staged ending, but they fell out just short. I mean, Lazowski just got under it and popped it out to the second baseman. And, I mean, Glenbard West just so narrowly escaped. I mean, they almost blew a 9-3 lead heading into the bottom of the 7th inning, which is just crazy to think about. I mean, that is just, they narrowly escaped what would have been an all-time collapse in terms of just all-around performance, just an all-time collapse, but they were able to escape. Final score 9-8. Glenbard West on top. 9 runs, 10 hits, 4 errors. York 8 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. Danko with the loss. Pleasant with the win. Thank you all for tuning in. I've been Connor Choi. Thank you all so much, and have a good night. And go Dukes.